With close to 1.5 lakh positive cases worldwide, the highly contagious coronavirus COVID-19 is wreaking havoc across the globe. 5,443 people have succumbed to infection since its outbreak in Wuhan in January this year. The virus infection has spread across 149 countries and territories globally, and the count for those infected continues to climb steadily. As disheartening and worrisome as these numbers are, outbreaks such as these don't spare anyone, and don't discriminate between rich and poor, celebrities and the common man. With new cases coming up every other day, here is a list of 9 celebrities and public figures who have tested positive for COVID-19. 1. Tom Hanks. The 63-year-old Hollywood megastar took to his Instagram account earlier this week to announce that he and his wife actress Rita Wilson have been diagnosed with COVID-19 while they were in Australia. In his classic Hanks style, he has been making light of the situation, saying, "Remember, despite all the current events, there is no crying in baseball, as the MLB opening day gets delayed due to the outbreak." 2. Rudy Gobert. The 27-year-old NBA star had recently taken the coronavirus infection too lightly, when after a press conference he carelessly touched several microphones in front of him as if he was going to give people the highly contagious disease. 2 days later, the Utah Jazz player tested positive for COVID-19. 3. Rita Wilson. Just like husband Tom Hanks, the 63-year-old Sleepless in Seattle star was in Australia when she too tested positive for coronavirus and has since been placed in quarantine along with her husband. She recently thanked fans and well-wishers for the prayers and also asked people on Twitter to help her with suggestions for a quarantine playlist which she called the QUARANTUNE. 4. Daniele Rugani. Juventus centre-back 25-year-old Rugani was one of the first footballers to get a positive diagnosis for coronavirus. Teammate and ace footballer Cristiano Ronaldo is also in quarantine, though he hasn't tested positive for COVID-19 yet. 5. Sophie Trudeau. Soon after coming back from an official visit from a London speaking engagement, 44-year-old Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's wife complained of feeling sick earlier this week. Upon routine tests, she made an announcement about her positive diagnosis the next day. 7. Miguel Arteta. Reportedly, the 37-year-old Arsenal manager's diagnosis has led to all elite football in Britain getting suspended. Additionally, a lot of people, including the first-team squad, in under self-quarantine. Last heard, Arteta said he is feeling better already. 8. Nadine Dorries. The 62-year-old British Health Minister announced her positive COVID-19 diagnosis earlier this week. She first showed symptoms of the coronavirus infection after attending an event hosted by Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Latest reports suggest that now, Dorries' 84-year-old mother has also tested positive for coronavirus. 9. Calum Hudson. The Premier League winger for Chelsea recently tested positive for COVID-19 after showing symptoms of a mild cold earlier this week. Ever since, he self-quarantined himself and recently shared that he is feeling well and has since recovered, though he will continue to stay in isolation for a little longer.